Harry. Hey, Olivia. Right, so what I've decided I'm going to do is these are two very special books that Grandma loved when she was a little girl, and also Auntie Charlie I know, and I'm not sure about Daddy, you'll have to ask him, but they were my favourite and Auntie Charlie's favourite books. So we're going to read a chapter a day and see how we get on. I think you'll really, really enjoy it because it's about magic and children and how they have fun. So I think the first one we're going to do is we're going to do this one, The Enchanted Wood, because I think this is the beginning. So it's by a lady called Enid Blyton. And the first chapter is called How They Found the Magic Wood. There's no pictures, so you're just going to have to listen. Are you sitting comfortably? Are you concentrating? Good. Let's see how we get on. We'll see how many pages we'll do. There were once 3 children called Joe, Bessie and Fanny. All their lives they'd lived in a town like Hazelmere, but now their daddy had a job in the country, so they were all going to move to the New Forest. What fun to be in the forest, said Joe. I shall learn all about the animals and the birds. And I shall pick as many flowers as I want to, said Bessie. And I shall have a garden of my own, said Fanny. When the day came for the move, all the children were so excited. A small van came to their door, and 2 men helped their father and mother to pile everything into it. When it was full, the van drove away, and the children put on their coats and hats to go with their daddy and mummy to catch a train at the station, like Hazelmere. Now we're off, said Joe. The country, the country. We might see fairies, they said. The train whistled and chuffed out of the station, and the children set off for the country. I think we're going to have adventures in the country, said Joe. Oh, it'll be so much fun. Look, you can see there's the picture of the children having fun. At last they arrived at the tiny station, where they had to get out, and their sleepy-looking porter put their 2 bags on a wheelbarrow, and said he would bring them along later to their new house. I wonder if we've got a garden, said Fanny. But before long they reached their new home. They could see their cottage was 5 miles away. That's a long way to go. Anyway, it was worth it, because when they got there, the van was at the door, and 2 men were moving all their furniture into their house. Daddy was helping, and Mummy went to light the kitchen fire to make them all a hot drink. They were obviously tired. They were so tired they could do nothing but drink hot milk, eat a few biscuits, and tumble into bed, looking forward to waking up in the morning and seeing the sun shining. And they were going to go out in their garden and play in the grass with all the flowers. So when they woke up in the morning, Mummy cooked them eggs, and they ate their breakfast because they were so hungry. So the first day, Mummy said they had to help in the house because there was quite a lot to do. But after a while, she said, okay, I think it's time that you went off and played. So they decided to explore. They paddled in a stream they found at the bottom of the garden and chatted away to each other, and then suddenly they found themselves in a wood. It was not very far from their cottage. In fact, it was only just across the way. A wood, said Bessie in delight. We shall be able to have picnics here. It's a rather mysterious wood, said Joe. Don't you think so, Bessie? Well, the trees are rather thick, but they seem about the same as the others. I don't think they do. The leaves are making a noise. Listen. And they listened, and it was as if the leaves were whispering to each other. Whiss, 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 whiss. It's a magic wood, said Fanny suddenly. Nobody was really listening, but when they did stand and listen, they said, whish, 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 whish. There might be fairies here, said Bessie. Shall we jump over the ditch and go in? No, said Joe, we might get lost. Joe, Bessie, Fanny. Suddenly their mummy's voice told them it was tea time, so they had to go home. But they did say, tomorrow we're going to go and visit it. So they did, but they did tell Daddy that night at tea that it was called the Enchanted Wood. People don't go there because there's all sorts of funny things there, he said, but I did hear that there are fairies there. The three children went to bed and they said, in the morning we are going to go to the Enchanted Wood and see if we can find the fairies. So tomorrow we're going to read the next chapter, and I can see there's a picture of the children in the Enchanted Wood, and I can tell you that they find the faraway tree. It's the biggest tree in the wood, and it has fairies and goblins living in it. And the adventures they have with the fairies and the goblins, well, you're going to have to wait till tomorrow. But trust me, it's worth the wait. Bye. God bless. Sleep tight.